going on, my friends? This is Solomon. Today I'm going to talk about the power of focus. I remember when I was in the Marine Corps, I knocked on his door. Well, actually, I didn't knock on the door. I just went into his office, and I saw my buddy just in zone, and he was just focused. And as soon as I went into his office, he said, "Solomon, get out!" And he screamed at me. He said, "Get out!" And I looked at him and said, "Damn, dude, you didn't have to be so rude." So I walked out. Then, and I was kind of pissed off. I was like, who the hell is this guy to yell at me, tell me to get out of his office, you know? And his name was Tim. And he was a captain in the United States Marine Corps. So was I. So I went to my office and I was pissed the hell off. I said, who the heck is this guy telling me to get out? And respectfully, I walked out of his office because it's his office, you know, and the dude told me to get out. So, you know, I'm just going to respect the dude, and I walked out. And what's interesting enough is a couple hours later, he knocked on my door, and he said, "Hey, Solomon," he said, "I'm sorry. I'm sorry for being so abrupt about that." And I said, "What are you talking about?" I said, "That was kind of rude, man. Why would you even, you know, what did I do to you for you to scream at me like that?" And just to give you a little background about Tim, he's a bodybuilder. He has a nice physique, beautiful physique. I mean, nice arms, good-looking dude. He really takes care of himself. His wife and himself won numerous first and second place in bodybuilding. And when I asked him, I said, "Tim, why would you even act like that towards me?" And he said, "You know, before I go to the gym, what I do is I get into a zone. And when I get into this zone, I usually lock my door because I don't want no one to interrupt me and to stop me from doing what I'm supposed to do and get focused." And I said, "So you're saying that when I walked into your office, you were in the zone, you were getting focused before you went to the gym?" He says, "Absolutely." He says, "Solomon, every time before I go to the gym, I always get into focus. Because I got to forget about what the military and everything. I got to forget about family, forget about what's going on with the military. So I get myself in the zone." And it takes me about a couple of minutes just to really just, you know, knock out all the thoughts that's going to try to hinder me or stop me from really achieving my objective, right? And that's to really go 10,000% in the gym. So then I asked him, I said, "So, yo, Tim, so you were pissed off because I really interrupted you and you were getting into the zone and you were getting focused?" He said, "Yeah, man." He said, usually, you know, when you're in that zone, you don't want no one to interrupt you." And then he taught me a strategy that I started implementing in my life. And it's basically the power of focus. And I remember when I was stationed in South Carolina, I was mentored by my millionaire mentor. And he was the entrepreneur of the year for the state of South Carolina. And he told me, he said, "Solomon, have you ever focused on achieving a specific goal?" And I said, "Yeah." And he said, "No, I don't think so." He said, "Have you ever really zoned in something?" "Hey, how you doing, 11 Reem? Nice meeting you." So, and then my mentor, my millionaire mentor said, "Have you ever really zoned in and focused on accomplishing a specific task and you're just zoned in and totally focused and committed?" And I said, well, you know, sir, after you putting it that way, no, I don't think I really have." He said, "You really don't understand what it means to get in the zone until you understand how to focus." And he was trying to teach me the concept of focus and being just laser sharp focused. And what's interesting is, it was Thomas Jefferson says, or someone once said, preparation is the key to success, right? It's sharpening that axe. It's 90% sharpening that axe, and then 10% just, you know, just chopping at that tree. And what they really meant was sharpening and staying really focused on what matters the most. In the military, they teach you that it's always mind over matter. Now, I really didn't understand what mind over matter meant until I really understood, and until a general taught me, Solomon, you gotta learn how to stay focused and how to have your end desire in mind. Napoleon Hill, in the book Think and Grow Rich, he says, whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. So what I learned from Tim, and what I've learned from the generals, and what I've learned from my millionaire mentor, I've learned that in everything that you do, before you do it, focus. Focus. Give yourself at least 5 to 10 minutes of just sheer, absolutely 10,000% focus on what you want to achieve in that particular moment for that particular task. And I was listening to an audio by, and it's a transcendental meditation, and I highly recommend it. This is one of the secrets that I say that will help anyone commit themselves towards optimum performance. And it's called TM, Transcendental Meditation. And what they do is, it's a meditation for a period of 20 minutes. And just to give you an example of how powerful this meditation is, and the caliber of people that's using this meditation, you have Oprah, that highly recommends it and endorses it. You have Ray Dalio, who's responsible for the largest hedge fund ever in the history of the world, the largest hedge fund. In fact, you can't pay him enough to have him manage your portfolio. Before you would have to have at least $100 million just to even speak to him. Now he won't even accept your money. So Ray Dalio, he uses TM. You got people like Tim Ferriss. You got people like Howard Stern. And I mentioned Oprah Winfrey. You got people like Joe Polish, who's an incredible marketer. So all these incredible people, and there's just so many celebrities that just live by TM. And what TM does is, the first 30 seconds to 1 minute, you're just kind of letting your thoughts just flow. Just flow. Whatever comes to mind, just flow. And you're preparing yourself for this deep meditation. And then after that, for about 1 or 2 minutes, you allow your mind just to flow. Then you prepare yourself for a deep, deep meditation. And what they do is they teach you your own mantra, whatever it is. And it's just specifically tailored to you. And you'll just repeat it. And you just repeat it. And what's interesting is, what I've learned is that those 30 seconds to 1 minute, or even sometimes 2 minutes, it's a preparation for me to get into this deep focus of mindlessness, right? Mindfulness, right? Mindfulness. And then those 19 minutes or whatever, I go straight into this zone, because now I'm able to focus on this mantra that allows me just to really be dedicated and devoted to mindfulness. And it's one of the strategies that I use I do it twice a day, in the morning, in the afternoon, sometimes in the evening, but at least twice a day. And what it does is it just keeps me zoned in. It keeps me focused. And that's the key in life, in everything that you do, my friends, is to stay focused. But how do you stay focused? Before you go to the gym, right? And before I go to the gym, for the first 8 to 10 minutes, I'm walking just to get my body into the flow. And during that flow, I get my body moved, I get my body loose, right? And my mind loose. But while I'm walking, I'm zoning in on what I want to do for my workout. And then for those 30 or 45 minutes while I'm working out, I'm constantly focusing on exactly what I want to achieve during that workout. So if I'm focusing on my chest, I'll always focusing and zone in my chest. If I'm focusing on running, if I'm running, I'll focus on my breathing, right? There's always something that I'm focusing, because when you do, you integrate the laws of the universe, the laws of vision, the laws of visualization, the laws of everything works for you when you integrate the laws of visualization to the law of activity. And when you integrate and combine it, you become, my friends, unstoppable and relentless. So, my friends, I want to share that with you because I found it to be exceptionally important and valuable. Before I created this video, I focused on what I wanted to achieve, and I don't have no notes. This is just all free flow. This is all coming from my heart and all from my mind. It's because I took 10 minutes and preparing myself mentally to get myself in the zone and focus so I could produce this video. All right, my friends, until next time, please, if you like what, this video, share it with your family and friends, and then also subscribe to my YouTube channel, okay? Until next time, my friends, follow me on Twitter, where I'll continuously share peak performance strategies. Until next time, this is Solomon. Take care.